I want to become a cheerleader for your life because I'm a cheerleader for my life now. It took me a long time to learn that. And I want to be a cheerleader for yours. And I have been in business now 32 years, and I love to do business coaching. But we're mostly talking about personal finance, our emotional response to money, and we're talking about well, should I start a business? What about my job? All those things that come into your life every day. But I want to do an overview and say that when you took your first breath as a baby until the last breath you take as an adult, you're in business. You're in the business of life. You're in the business of your life. And if you are getting up every day, hitting the ground running, accomplishing things during the day, even if it's just keeping your head above water, you are a business person. You are in charge of your life. And probably along the way, you've taken on a partner, a husband or a wife, children, aging parents, best friends, life partners. If you've taken all that on, you are in the business of life, and nobody addresses that. Nobody addresses how successful you are when you get up every day and make that day work. Even if at the end of the day you say, that was the crappiest day I've spent in a long time, but I did my best, then you are wonderful. You are running your life. I think we have this idea that if we're wealthy, we're happy, and if we're poor, we're unhappy. But the truth is, we can be just barely making it and be one of the happiest people on earth. Why? Because we've surrounded ourselves by people we love. We're doing things at which we're successful. We're learning new things. We're trying different things. We are figuring it out. Let me give you an example. A young teacher gets out of school. She has some school debt, but she gets up every day, and in the lives of her third graders, she is the most amazing, most important person that they see from 8:30 in the morning till 3 o'clock at night, till 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Probably feels like night. She's a successful person. She is in business. She's in the business of teaching children. That's true of a nurse. That's true of a stay-at-home parent. That is true of a student who goes to school every day and tries to do their best at school, even if they have a cold, a headache, they've had a fight with their best friend, but at the end of the day, they did their best. You are successful, and you are successful at running your life. And you can say to someone, well, what about those people that might have a problem that they're not solving? Well, are they in the process of solving it? Are they getting help to solve it? Those are the people that we need to help. If you've got people in your life that are like that are trying to run the business of their life and they're struggling, and you're not, and you see something clearly, step in. We are about cheerleading for each other. We are responsible for each other. And I know that in this current wave of politics, we're trying to get away from the fact that we're responsible for each other. But when we take care of our children, even if they're not ours, even those children we don't know, if we look out for people in our lives, if we look out for strangers, someone crossing the street, someone who's fallen down, someone who who is down on their luck, those kind of things, when we take care of each other, at the end of the day, we're much more successful human beings than if we close our eyes and say, not my problem. We are each other's problem. So I kind of would like this video to be the mantra that I have for the passion that I have in life, to pass on to you how successful I think you really are as a human being. I really know that there is a show here and a show there about what's your portfolio doing and how to invest your stock. But I know if you're like me, you just don't have stock, you don't really have a portfolio, and you're sitting around thinking, well, how am I ever going to retire? I am a failure. No, you're not. You're a successful human being, and you're wonderful, and you need to surround yourself by people who think that as well. So all my videos that you're going to see in the future, my book that I'm writing, anything that you learn about me or the things that I do, you're going to see that I feel that I'm a success. And it's by my standard, not by someone else's standard. I have to review at the end of the day, did I do the best I could? I kind of sit there, you gotta, if you snuggle up in your bed, kind of go, let me review the day. I'm gonna review the day. Did I do the best I could? if I'm given tomorrow to wake up to, I'm going to do better. And then when you wake up in the morning, plan your day. Don't be a victim of it. It is so much better in your life if you orchestrate what happens to you every day instead of waking up and let the day happen to you. Almost every person I know that has peace of mind and well-being actually orchestrates their day. Now, they have certain days where they stay in their pajamas and do absolutely nothing, but that's still orchestrated. They still go, tomorrow I'm not doing anything, but they planned it out. I am telling you that if you take 5 to 10 minutes every morning and orchestrate what's going to happen that day, even the things that might come at you that you didn't plan for or weren't aware of or slapped you across the face, you're still going to end up at the end of the day happier. So, my name is Robin Da Vinci, and I have lived 65 years, and I have learned a lot of things. And when I was growing up, my mother's attitude was, you learn it on your own. If you can't figure it out, I'm not going to tell you. I don't feel that way. I think at 65, I have a lot of life that I've lived. I've learned a lot of lessons. I've made a lot of mistakes. So what I want to do is I want to share with you guys in one place, on one website. I am going to fill it up with information that makes you feel better about your life and makes you understand that you are a success, how successful you are. And it doesn't matter the amount of money you make. That is not the prime dictator of success. It has to be about what you know, what you've learned, what you pay forward, what you give back, who you love, who loves you, and what you care about. So that's going to be the theme of the website. It's going to be all about you guys, all about you guys. I'm going to give you as much information as I can. And at the end of each one of my videos, I'm going to try and come up with something that you probably don't know or that you were unaware of driving around in this life. So the first one I'm going to say at the end of this video is that did you know the carpool lane is for 2 licensed drivers, not you and your children, not you and your unborn child, who is also a person, none of that. What that lane was set up for was carpooling. Like, okay, so you and someone else go the same direction, so you decided to keep one car at home and take the other car with you. So when you're in the carpool lane, it's supposed to be 2 licensed drivers. Not you and your kids. That is not a carpool. If you have kids that can't drive, you are not carpooling. So I like the idea that people have put crash test dummies in their front seat with them and said, see, there's 2 of us in the carpool lane and I'm driving fast enough so the highway patrol won't see me, but that's not it. Don't get in that carpool lane unless it's 2 licensed drivers. Now, I know you're going to fudge it and say, well, we were both going to the same house, so we really didn't keep a car at home. But the idea is that you might have. So that's my first tip, my first explanation of something that goes on in your regular life that you probably didn't know about. I'm also going to say to you, when you go down the stairs, always hold the rail. Thank you.